Hi, and welcome to Advanced Siding and Windows. Tim Qualls along with Mike Shelley, and I'm excited about today's show because usually we go in and talk about the workmanship and the quality of products that you guys have. But before that ever starts happening, a lot of homeowners always ask Mike the same question. You know, I'd love to have that done. Can't get the financing to do it. Well, you can, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yep. These jobs don't happen, unfortunately, without money. And today's show is going to be all about money. We're going to talk with the very best financier in our industry, Equity Mortgage. We're actually at their office today. We'll spend some time talking to them. And then we're also going to take a look back at the office in Delaware. We're going to take a look at how windows in your home can actually make you money.
Yeah, when you're talking about that, because over time it will, and you're proving it right now, plus so many different programs going on right now when you're talking about advanced siding and windows. I mean, there's so many different things. If you're looking for windows in the house, I believe you got that great program still going in effect, and you see the ads running around out there.
Talking about rebates, Tim. We're talking about government rebates on your tax returns. We're talking about windows that are going to save you at least 40% on your fuel savings. If you haven't seen the commercials, we'll tell you about that later. And ultimately, windows that return 90% investment on your home value. So windows do pay for themselves. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not like Mike. They can just write the check to have the windows put in their house. They have to mortgage, and different people are in different positions, Mike, when you're talking about that. I mean, the nice thing is you have it. If you're a homeowner out there and you need to do this work because you're upgrading your house, making your house that much better than what it is, it's going to be worth more in the market. You really need to look at this, and this is a way you can do it. We're going to show you how to get it done today. Mike, I believe I'm going to get with the gentleman from Equity Mortgage here, chit-chat with that, and we're going to take it back to Mike in the classroom, if you would, as he puts it on the blackboard for us and kind of breaks it down how you'll make money by putting windows in your home. Stay with us. We're going to get this rolling right now. All right, Mike, I'll get back with you in a minute, but I want to come in here and I want to introduce you to Mark Greenberg. I guess president, owner of Equity Mortgage. Did I get that correct?
Yes, pretty close to it. Person who runs the day-to-day operations.
Yeah, and what an operation you have going on here. I'm totally surprised that I came in here and I looked at the staff and the amount of people that you got on the phones. And the nice thing is they're helping people, believe it or not. They're actually really sitting there helping people get mortgages.
Well, we figured a long time ago that you have to understand what a person's needs are to be able to really offer them a product. So from that standpoint, we land up asking them the right questions so then we can turn around and give them the right answers.
And when you say that, I heard in a little bit, we'll get with one of the, I call them professional consultants. I mean, because that's what they're doing. They're kind of consulting with the owners of the houses, seeing is it a second mortgage that you need for home improvement, or do you need to refinance everything, get low? So you guys take it once Advanced Windows and Sidings meet with those people and then turn it over to you. When you guys are sitting there talking to those homeowners on the phone, you're kind of talking to them because you might be an overall thing that you're doing versus just a home improvement. I mean, you can help people in a lot of different ways.
That's correct. We look at finding out what the person's needs are. So it could be a first mortgage, it could be a second mortgage, it could be a third mortgage. It may even be an unsecured debt. So we can do all kinds of products depending on what that person's needs are. It's trying to match the person to the need.
And when you're talking about that, and anytime I do anything, I'm going to get to where there's experts, people that's been doing it for a while, because you look around today, and there's a lot of different ones just popping up here today, gone tomorrow kind of deal. You guys been doing this for a while. I mean, you just didn't open your doors yesterday.
21 years. So we've been up in the Mid-Atlantic region for a full 21 years. So we're pretty excited about that.
And when you're talking about that, I guess when you guys set up a mortgage for folks, being in business 21 years, the contacts and the lending sources that you have available for you out there has got to be tremendous.
Well, we're direct lenders also, so we have underwriting right here, and that helps a whole lot. We do our own document preparation. We fund the loans ourselves, so we don't have to go to third parties.
Well, you're in a real good situation then. And the nice thing about it is, especially when you're dealing with Advanced Windows and Sidings. I mean, top-notch quality company, and everything they do is the windows, the materials, the workmanship, everything they do is top of the line. And I said to them, everything else is top of the line. Financing, because we always just mention financing in the show, but you guys are top of the line. So there again, streaming from them, you're staying with top of the line all the way.
Absolutely, and you have to be working with top quality contractors to be able to offer top quality financing.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter about your situation either. I understand that. You can take them from all the way from the good credit to the people that's had some problems.
Absolutely, because everybody's different out there, and depending on what their credit is or depending on what their income is, we have products for everybody.
Once again, Mark Greenberg with Equity Mortgage, I want to thank you for your time, but you're going to let us talk to one of your professional consultants, I'm going to call these people now, because that's what they are. When they're on the phone with you, they're going to pick your mind a little bit and see exactly where you're at, where you guys can help them the most.
There should be a lot of questions being asked so we can understand what you have.
Yeah, so we'll say we got more to come.
Our Star-Marked composite windows will save you 40% on your energy bills, guaranteed in writing. I'm Mike Shelley with Advanced Window and Siding. We give you a written guarantee. We'll save you 40% on your energy bills. Imagine taking 4 months of energy bills and kissing them goodbye. Call Advanced Window and Siding in Newark at 302-324-8890. If you don't save 40%, we'll write you a check for the difference. Call now. We're going to save you a lot of money.
Tom, do you think we ought to call Coons Roofing?
Nah, this is nothing.
Tom, do you think we ought to call Coons?
Nah, it's not that bad yet. Yeah, maybe we should call Coons Roofing.
So don't delay, call Coons today.
When we talk about financing and everything, till you go to the source, the people that deal with you, and this is Melissa Blizzard here, and Melissa, you deal directly with the homeowner. So you're the one, if I'm looking at this and I'm looking to put windows and siding on my house and everything, I'll get that phone call from you.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, as far as it goes, because there's different. I'm trying to learn how this game is played today, because there's so many different ways for people to do things. And the nice thing is, not set them back. They increase the value of their house, first of all, when you're doing windows or siding, anything like that. So that's increasing the value of the house. The economy saving on the electric and all that from the windows. That we're going to talk about that later on. But let's talk, if we can, the different programs that are available. I'm just amazed. I mean, because you can come in here and completely refinance the house and go that route, or there's other options as well.
Right. Of course, there are in the market that we're in today. There's many creative programs. You have 40-year loans, interest only. Of course, the traditional 30-year. It just basically depends on the borrower and what they're trying to accomplish. If they're trying to keep their payment down, but be able to get the home improvement work done to make it affordable, then we can look at a higher term, such as a 40-year or an interest only. If they are looking to retire in the next 15 years, then a 40-year is probably not the way to go. So you look at doing maybe a 30 or a 20-year.
But you can refinance the entire house, or just a second finance, I guess. Is that something that they look at as well, versus refinancing the whole deal, just doing the job itself?
Right. Of course, there's some people that, rather not, refinance their primary because they have a good rate on that, or for whatever reason they don't want to refinance it. There are second mortgage programs, home equity loans, things like that. And basically we do it on a deal-by-deal basis. We would take a look at your overall picture and see what works best for you, what's going to be the best program for the borrower.
Because I know Advanced Window Sidings, I know you guys been dealing with them for quite some time, the quality of work they do and the quality of product they put in. And we were talking, I said, it all comes down to getting the money to do that. A lot of people are sitting there at the home watching TV and they say, how do I, I'd love to have that done, but I can't afford. You'd be surprised with the different programs that you guys got, what's affordable for the homeowner today, especially when you talk about maybe even refinancing the whole entire house.
Right. Well, of course, people automatically assume, an extra $200 added on to my monthly budget. Nowadays, most people do live at the limit to what they can borrow. So, you look at the deal, and if they have credit cards, student loans, car payments, by consolidating that, sometimes you end up getting the windows and siding for free, basically, because you're saving money plus getting the work done.
Plus the tax break.
Plus a tax break, yes.
Today's lifestyle, I mean, a lot of people have been in that situation where I lost everything I had and had to start all over. Some people get those credit crunches. So it depends on your personal situation as far as what you guys can do. But I want people to know out there, if you own that home, if you're into that home, there are things where you guys can come in and you can help them with.
Right. Like you said, everybody goes through hard times, and not everyone's going to have perfect credit. You run into situations. We have programs for everyone, whether or not you have the A credit for, the not so good credit. And there's programs out there for everyone, and like I said, it's just a matter of us taking a look at it and seeing what's going to work, for the borrower, and coming up with the best program for them.
Yeah, and I like that one you said, the interest-only payments. I mean, that's a great program there because you can keep the thing there, and then you start, adding to the equity as time goes on.
Right, when the key is, if you're getting your windows and your siding done, and that's going to add value to your house. And, of course, in the market, your house appreciates. So if you're going with an interest-only program, you plan on staying in the property, over time you're going to get the appreciation, and that allows you to keep your payment down in the meantime.
As a professional consultant, I guess you would be for the financing. You kind of guide them and say, hey, we can eliminate this, put it all under this, and next thing you know, like you said, they're getting it all for free.
Basically, for the most part, and like I said, people are always concerned with their payments going up. I mean, I had a borrower that I just did a loan for last month. We ended up saving her over $500, plus getting the work done. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. And like I said, you don't know until you speak with someone and find out what your options are.
Well, I see with her situation, then she's saving $500 from you guys on putting out each and every month. She's saving 40% on her energy bills. So she's doing extremely well. And that can happen. People would be surprised how many people that can happen with right now. I mean, you might be one of the ones sitting at home right now watching this.
Right, exactly. So you don't know unless, like you said, you give it a try and see what your options are.
Yeah, and one of the ways to give it a try, of course, pick up the phone and call Advanced Windows and Sidings, have them come out and take a look at it. And the job itself, and depending on what you want with the job, some people might just want the windows, some people want the siding, but the finance, and that's the main part we always want to talk about. If somebody's wanting to do this, now they got all this, I guess Advanced is going to put them in touch with you guys, and then you'll place a phone call, like I said, back to them or one of the others, so you guys handle everything.
Right, everything is done, like I said, once Advanced gets out there and figures out, what the borrower's looking for, whether it be windows or the siding. And we then get the application and we work up the best program for them, and we handle the closing and guide them along the way the whole time.
I might end up being able to afford the windows and sidings, and I didn't think I could even afford the windows at this stage, but had to get them. But now I can do the windows and sidings. So there's all kinds of programs.
Well, and that's a good point. I was going to bring that up. Not only if you're going in there with the thought of just getting the windows, because right now you can't afford the siding. And then you find out that, by getting the windows and siding, it's still going to save you money. And you knock it all out in one shot. And like you said, it's going to appreciate the value of your home and keep your payment down and probably give you a better overall rate.
Right now is probably still one of the best times to finance and refinance or whatever the case might be, or get second mortgages, because the interest rates, I don't see them going way back down. I mean, I truly don't. I see them going up. So right now would be a call to action.
Right. I mean, like I said, the market's pretty steady for the most part. I don't see rates going down anytime soon, back down to the low fives where they were, 3 years ago. But now is definitely a good time to take the equity that you have, and like you said, if you want to get the windows and siding or consolidate some other things, now would probably be a good time to look at doing it.
Yeah, it's time for us to wrap it up. Say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you, and if you guys need anything, give us a call.
Our Star-Marked composite windows will save you 40% on your energy bills, guaranteed in writing. I'm Mike Shelley with Advanced Window and Siding. We give you a written guarantee. We'll save you 40% on your energy bills. Imagine taking 4 months of energy bills and kissing them goodbye. Call Advanced Window and Siding in Newark at 302-324-8890. If you don't save 40%, we'll write you a check for the difference. Call now. We're going to save you a lot of money.
Tom, do you think we ought to call Coons Roofing?
This is nothing.
Tom, do you think we ought to call Coons?
It's not that bad yet. Yeah, maybe we should call Coons Roofing.
So don't delay, call Coons today.
All right, at the beginning of the show, remember Mike said he's going to take us back to the Advanced Windows and Siding showroom and take us to school. And I see you are dressed for school teaching today. I'm telling you, you got that look. But and it's not St. Patty's Day. You're all in green. Why?
No, I'm in green because green, after all, is the color of money, Tim. And I'm in theme today because we're going to be talking about people's money throughout the show. We already talked to the financiers. Now we're talking about how Advanced Window and Siding windows pay for themselves and actually put money back in your pocket.
Yeah, because when you say that, I'm going to get you to step over here because I want to show this board because it caught my attention. I cheated and looked at it a little bit earlier. And what caught my attention, Mike, is I looked up there and it said free windows from Advance. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, this may be worth me sitting down and taking and paying attention to this because if they do what you're talking about doing, you're going to show them where they actually make money at the end of it.
You better believe it. And I'm hoping, Tim, that people that might be considering replacing winter, it's snowing out behind us here, and people who may have windows on the immediate horizon or even in the near future, at least take a look at this and realize that when it's time to purchase windows, we're the people to purchase them from, because with all the programs that we have in place, we will not only make your life improved by added efficiency, comfort, beautify your home. We're going to show you how the windows are going to pay for themselves and then some.
But, 20 windows, that's a big house. That's a pretty good size house there. 20 windows being replaced. A little average big, I guess you would say, mid-size. And, you're talking about 15,000. Now, grade a window, that's important to me.
Okay, well, that is very important. We selected 20 windows. It's a nice round number, and it is about average. Split level, normal size colonial, large ranch. $15,000. That is based on the Star Mark triple pane window product, okay? And those of you who watch the station, you've seen the 40% fuel savings pledge that we're very serious about. That applies to this product. So we're talking about our premier product. In fact, it is the United States' most energy efficient window, okay, as rated by the NFRC. It is second to none. It's rated the best.
Yeah, and when you're talking about that, now we're going to start, that's what I'm going to spend. So now explain to me how that's going to come back to me, Mike.
Very good, okay. First and foremost, last year, Realtor Magazine, they analyzed the largest markets in the United States, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., on and on and on. And what they stated for the Wilmington market is that the average investment of a $15,000 window purchase would yield an 89% return on investment, okay? So if you're looking at spending $15,000 right off the bat, your home is more valuable by a total of $12,460 right off the bat.
Yeah, because that's equity into the home. So you didn't really lose, but you're only out about $3,000 right at that point.
Right off the bat, okay? As soon as you make the decision to purchase the windows with us, that's where you're at. Secondly, Tim, I touched on it earlier, the 40% fuel savings pledge, okay? We were reluctant to do this for many years. Many competitors of ours have been pushing fuel savings pledges for a long time. We had to see hard, fast data in order to tell consumers that our windows are going to save you money, and specifically how much money. The average Wilmington home is going to use about $3,000 of fuel or electric to heat and or cool their homes on average. So we use that number. If you take that 40% savings of approximately $3,000 over a 4-year span, all right, and we're going to get to why 4 years is important later. 4 years, that return is $4,800, okay? So I'm no math major, but before we go any further, you've already made money by purchasing our windows. The return on investment for the found equity in your home and fuel savings. And what we know about fuel, Tim, it gets more and more and more expensive because we're both homeowners as well.
I'm interested. You got my attention now because I'm already going into the profit side of it now because I've already got pretty much my money back that I've invested into it. Yeah, yeah. So now we're talking about I also get that tax credit for doing that.
Very good. In fact, this is the last year. So if you've put it off last year and you've put it off for a few years, the United States government is going to allow you to take a tax credit for up to $500. The way that it works is you get up to $200 for replacing the windows, and then there are additional insulation and pointing credits that are available. Based on the way we do our complete installation, okay, without going into great detail, we'll do that for you if you call us. You will be able to qualify for the full $500 rebate depending on how many windows you purchase.
Yeah, so I won't have to worry about that. You guys are going to take care of that.
Provide you the documentation you'll need to file your taxes as well.
I never paid attention that you have a coupon in there that's going to, that's worth money in itself. So people could. This is not just here, but you guys run those ads, so I guess the coupon's available on a lot of things.
Absolutely. We're not, we're giving you a lot of offers here, but we are going to extend the coupon offer, which is in the News Journal. On a job this size, that would yield the homeowner another $600 off of the job. So here we go. We're moving along here, but we're building quite a return on investment, as you can see.
Yeah, and then last but not least, because on top of that, there's so many benefits, and we're going to get into a couple of those and everything else. But I'll remind you, you can pick up the phone at any time and call, and Mike or somebody will come out and sit down with you and go over this. If you saw Gary in the last one, educating him, I'll remind you how we educated on the quality of the glass that's going into your house and what it does, and that's what we're talking about, is that top of the line, once again, conserving energy, where it all comes back to, and the national government of ours said, hey, we'll pay some people if they'll help us out too. I mean, it's only fair to give them something back, and that's what we're going to talk about next.
Yeah, the National Energy Rebate Fund, Tim, is a program that we're so excited about. We're thrilled to be a part of. We are the dealer for Wilmington and surrounding areas. What we're doing for those people that are environment conscious and they choose to spend a nice amount of money to replace their windows, and they're using the most energy efficient windows that are available, these folks will qualify for an energy rebate. There's two stipulations. We make all the arrangements. You have to register your rebate within 17 days after the project is completed. Then again, you have to remember to claim your rebate between the 47th and the 48th month after the job is completed. Couple other simple instructions on how to mail it, where to mail it to. Very simple instructions. We'll cover that with you. On this product right now, we're offering people a 50% no questions asked rebate from National Energy Rebate Fund. It's in trust, all right, at Christiana Bank and Trust. It's secured in a United States Treasury bond. There are no gimmicks. NationalEnergyRebateFund.com if you're looking for more information. It's not too good to be true. It's real. Hundreds of people have received their rebates. Just follow the instructions. And again, you can only get that here in Wilmington from Advanced Window and Siding.
Yeah, because that's what's amazing. You know, and sometimes people say, well, I can put 20 windows in my house for $10,000. Well, yeah, but you can't, you're not going to get this 89% return. You know, the window's going to be falling out in 5 years and things like that. I mean, you're talking about top of the line quality, not only with the windows, but the craftsmanship that's putting those windows in. I mean, you guys do it right, Mike.
Tim, lifetime workmanship warranty, which is critical, and our own full-time service department on top of that. If there is ever an issue, which is rare, we like to fashion ourselves after the old Maytag man, Tim, if you will, all right? But if there is a problem, we're right there for you. I mean, you just pick up the phone, talk to Peg in the service department, and we'll take things from there.
Yeah, and they stand behind it, unbelievable, but easy to clean, beautiful home when it's done. 2 years, no interest. Oh, I forgot. We made money, didn't we?
You did. You're getting excited.
I can hire somebody to clean my windows. I don't need to do it.
But realistically, when it's all said and done, if you look at your initial investment, your outlay to Advanced Window and Siding, this is based on not a 20-year return. This is 4 years later after you've collected on your rebate. You're looking at your windows, putting back in your pocket in excess of $10,000 on a $15,000 investment today. Simply put, I don't know any bank account or any CD, IRA, mutual fund, you name it, that has that type of payback. On top of that, you get to enjoy them. You get to have a window that's easy to clean. You're more comfortable.
One of the things that you have, and we talked earlier in the show about financing. Now, we got direct, you met the folks over there, great people over in Baltimore. You guys are direct contact with them. If you got a home out there and you need this, these people will work with you, get you that money, maybe refinance your entire, whatever's best for you, and they're going to work with you to do that. But if you don't want to do any of that, because some of us out here, there's a few people walking around that say 2 years, no interest. That means I got 2 years to pay that. That's about $700. I can do that. So there's those folks too, and that's through you guys.
Yeah, that's simple, straightforward financing. They'll do it all, as you mentioned. But if you're just looking for unsecured money, meaning you need the $15,000, and you don't want to put any money out of pocket to get that money, okay, let us make the arrangements. We'll set you up without any interest. That means the principal only, provided you pay it off within 2 years. that's a heck of a way to go as well, Tim.
Yeah, there's no other better way to go than Advanced Windows and Sidings for all your windows and sidings. We've been talking about windows. Don't forget about sidings. Everything these guys do is top of the line, folks. It doesn't get any better than this. We've seen them do all kinds of things. And, of course, the sister company, Coons Roof and Doug, will get mad at us if we don't give him at least one plug. But any information, questions answered, just pick up the phone, call. Mike will come out, sit down with you. He'll bring Gary along. They'll do that scientific show we showed you with the glass and all that. And you're getting the best of the line, top of the line windows, folks, and top of the line quality, because you guys, once again, being picked by these different manufacturers to say you've got to go through Advanced Windows and Siding. Say goodbye to everybody, Mike.
Goodbye, everybody. Hope we hear from you soon.